If we look at what you've been doing for L'Oreal specifically, I know you are not allowed to go too much into details in terms of maybe their successes with live shopping, but how did you end up working for them in the first place? Was it just through word of mouth? Was it recommendations? How did you get in contact with them? And then how did that relationship evolve over time? Can you
Yeah.
explain a little bit more how the business side looked like as well as the relationship side?
Yeah, so very lucky that it was through a recommendation. I did sort of have like a little audition. I went live on their account for the first time, which I was so nervous for. I was like, this is huge.
Did they
But
already have a huge following at that point, or how did that look like for them?
yeah, so I only started working with L'Oreal in August. That was when my audition was. But then I've basically on a retainer with them now. That started in September. So yeah, it was just so scary doing that audition, but I landed it, I got it, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm now working with them whenever they need me, really. Obviously, they have so many brands, but we have just the main ones: L'Oreal Paris, Garnier, Maybelline, and NYX. So I'm mainly on L'Oreal Paris, and I'm going to be starting to do Garnier very soon, which I'm really excited about. But it's honestly like just a huge machine. Like L'Oreal is obviously massive. There's a main studio space, and that's where we go live from. All of the equipment, all of the products, the backdrops, it's all there. So we just come in, we get set up, we put on our, branded outfits, or like every brand has a particular look and feel, sort of a persona as well, how we speak to the audience. All of those brands have different audience members, different demographics, what they're into. So we sort of get into that persona and then we just go live. So that's how it's kind of working at the moment.
I could imagine that with a brand this big, everything is next level. They must take things further than most other brands probably would, and they have the resources to do so. How long are those sessions typically?
So we normally go live, I think it's like 4 hours really, is like a standard live. We normally do those about 3 to 4 times a week, maybe. But then when we do the bigger shows, so like campaign weeks, or if it's like a super brand week, then we'll be going live between like 6 to 10, 12 hours, maybe. I think we normally stick to around the 10 mark. And then it's just sort of like a rotation. There's sort of normally about 5 presenters. We all have our little slot so we don't get burnt out. And yeah, that's sort of how it's working.
And the lives, are they placed strategically to sync up with other campaigns that they do alongside the live or shortly after, maybe? How do they plan the lives, and how often do they want to do it throughout the month typically?
So yeah, it always differs. There's always like a product drop, and obviously we'll be on the live talking about it, especially as well with TikTok and like TikTok live, sorry, and the affiliates. Depending on what is going viral and what the affiliates are loving and talking about, that's then what will influence what we push on the lives, because it's also what the viewers are coming in and asking about on the live stream. So I think it all goes hand in hand. Like, I'm not fully in the behind the scenes at L'Oreal, but I just know that there's so many incredible people working behind the scenes to make it all work. It's massive.
Do you also feel like they're doubling down on that investment, maybe building out their facilities, their team? Do you get the feel that this is maybe just the very beginning of what large brands are going to be willing to invest into live shopping going forward?
I think 100%. Live shopping is just sort of expanding every single day. Yeah, even with me joining, you can sort of tell there's like a few of us who are there all the time, and it's like, oh yeah, we're going live more. Like, this is getting bigger. So yeah, definitely.